Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? My name is djanonzt, and we're back with WWE Champions. And today, I want to talk about something awesome. An all-new way to faction feud. All new feud rules. And I'll just preface this by saying this is not official or announced or anything. This is just my idea that I want to put out there. I've given this idea to the powers that be, and I just think it's something that could change it up and be awesome. Now, I don't really have a problem with the way faction feud goes now. I love both ways that we feud. I love the long feud. And I might be in the minority here because I know a lot of people complain, but I really happen to like the contest that we have every feud for the 24-hour feud or 20, whatever it is. I don't know. The long feud, where we have to win X amount of matches with each class and then with each era. I always think that's kind of cool. I always use different people for that and like see who's gonna be the best with the line bonuses and whatnot. And I've always just kind of enjoyed that. It's like a checklist for me of things to do. It breaks up the monotony of just using the same person over and over and over again. That gets kind of boring to me. I like Flash Feud. I love doing the bonus matches with the different people. And I like, going hard for a couple hours and then being able to put it away because there is no feud running. Like, I love both ways that we feud. And I'm not necessarily in favor of shutting either of those down. But I guess what I'm going to propose will probably work better for the longer feud. So I want to bring you into game now and get you just like a little reference of what we're talking about. Okay, so on here, you can see this is our current faction feud rules. We do have a feud coming up this weekend, and this is currently what we do. Win with a superstar for the first time in a brawl is the biggest points, and then defeating, 6-star gold, 6-star silver, 6-star bronze, so on and so forth down the list. You get less points for each rarity that you defeat somebody. But what I want to say is, like, while we do have, CSS for Flash Feud, and we do have the eras and classes, which is kind of cool to use more people in your roster for the long feud, I want to propose a way that will make you use even more people than that and really check the depths of your roster. So what if we knock down all of these, defeat an opponent by a little, by some amount, right? Just shave a little off, or maybe even leave them alone. That's fine. But instead of win with a superstar for the first time in a brawl being 250,000, let's double that to 500,000. Okay, and then instead of it being in the brawl, let's say for the first time in the feud. And now what does that mean? That means you can only get the first time win bonus with somebody one time at all for the whole feud. And so if you really want to put up the big points, you're going to need to win with more of your superstars. So the deeper you can go into your roster, the more points you could get. And I guess I kind of wanted to knock these down too, because a lot of people are going to go, well, why would I even do that? I could just go faster using the same person over and over again and defeating 6-star gold opponents. And that's what I'm trying to break up. Like, let's get a new way to do this. So what if we take a 0 off of all of these? And so now, like, you're only getting 20,000 instead of 200,000 for defeating them. But make the points for winning for the first time with somebody so much bigger that is the whole goal. That you need to find a way to win with everybody. And I got 600 superstars on my roster. What if I can win a match with 300 of them in the feud? It's going to take some more time to rebuild each person, and you'll have to be strategic because you can't just spam skill plates around to everybody. So you're going to have to find a way to win with the most people possible. I think that would be awesome. Maybe even if it was for Flash Feud instead of the long feud, right? So that you only have a limited amount of time, and now you're not going to make it through everybody in one feud. You know what I mean? Or maybe for Flash Feud, you do win with a superstar for the first time in Flash Feud. So it'll go for the whole weekend of Flash Feuds, and you can only get the first time win bonus once with somebody for the weekend. So say there's 2 men's feuds, 2 women's feuds. You can have X amount of men ready to go. You can make yourself a checklist going in of who you're going to use for that first one. And then you'll have time in between when you're not on feud to rebuild a whole bunch of people and get them ready and get another checklist ready for the second one, and then do that with your ladies too. I think that would be absolutely awesome. It's just something, you know, like we don't really have any mode that truly tests the depths of our roster, and they always try to, and they say it's going to test our depth, but I never really feel like it actually does. Like, what is the actual incentive we have right now other than getting a CSS bonus for a one-time win? And so you dump all these resources into a person to build them up to win one match, and then you don't ever use them again. But I think if we could incorporate this into Feud, that would be absolutely awesome. And I mean, is there other modes that we could do this in that's not Feud? Maybe. Maybe we could do it for Showdown. Maybe Showdown could have you get X amount of points for your first time winning in this Showdown with somebody, right? So that way you got to just keep changing that. And, you know, I don't know. I think Showdown would not be quite as good of a mode because you're still trying to protect your notoriety and whatnot. Blitz would just be long. You could do a blitz and you got to win with each person, but then you got to talk about how many tickets you have, how you get the tickets, yada yada. I feel like a feud would be the best way to do this. Let's say we don't take away from either of these feuds. What if we made it into like a midweek contest that took the place of some of these extra showdowns that we do? And maybe it was like people have been saying, let's get a midweek feud going. Well, what if we did like a test run of that? What if we did this, but did it in the middle of the week so it was different than the weekend feuds, but it didn't take away from the feuds that you all love so much? You know what I mean? Like, what if we did this on a Wednesday and third? What if it was 48 hours? I don't know. What if you had a lot of time because people work during the week? I get it. I don't have it all hammered out yet. I just feel like, for what I'm saying, the win with the first time superstar bonus needs to be like the biggest and most effective way to get points for it. So the person who could win the most first time matches with somebody would have a clear advantage over even the person who's the fastest at defeating all the 6-star gold opponents with one person. Because if you can still get first place just by being fast and defeating all the 6-star golds, it's going to take away from the whole mode, right? So I feel like take a 0 off of all of these, make the points worth way less per match, but the first time win bonus way higher, so that people will truly have to test the depths of their roster. What do you guys think about this? Let me know down in the comment section below. Would you be on board with this? Do you think it sounds fun? Do you think it sounds tedious? I know top feuders now are going to say that's freaking stupid. Why would we do that? But I feel like mid-range players, lower players, people are going to think this sounds different and fun. And I, for one, would be up to the challenge, and I'd love to see it in game. What say you? And if you guys are new here, please subscribe. YouTube numbers are telling me that at least like 60% of my viewers are not subscribed to the channel. So why don't you just click the subscribe button and help me out? It's literally free to you. It takes 2 seconds. There's no reason not to. So do that. And while you're down there, click that like button. Until next time, y'all. Peace.